Ready, hunt!
Recapping last week's game with Missouri. Again, it's your first conference game and only the third game of the year, so it's good to win that game. Again, I believe Missouri is an excellent football team and is going to go on and continue to have a good year. And so it was good, pleasing to win. I thought overall, some guys that really played well. Here's Landry Jones throws for 450 yards and 3 TDs, and we're, he's pretty special because he knows there's still some things he's going to do better as he moves forward, but it's still a great night. And Ryan Broyles, again, around 150 yards or so, 3 touchdowns, 13 catches, another special day. And Dominique Whaley, I thought, our run game, was there for part of the night. Other parts, it was a little inconsistent. But again, credit Missouri. He's a physical team, and they're going to get their plays too. But Dominique had 7 big plays and 10 knockdowns, and that's the most that we've had from a running back. So he and Ryan Broyles were our co-players of the game offensively. Defensively, we started off, they beat us in some man coverage early. Then we made some adjustments and mixed in some different coverages and then started to really play well up until the last 2 drives. That part of it was disappointing. But the middle part of it, to gain back the lead, to be up 17 points in the fourth quarter, you're doing a lot of things right. Just disappointed that we didn't finish the game like we had been playing there through a good part of the game. Some guys that really played well. Frank Alexander was just excellent again. He's had 3 just fantastic games and may have been his best there the other night. Just very disruptive, very physical. DeMontre Hurst, he and Frank, DeMontre Hurst had another really great night covering people and getting to a deep ball. So those 2 were the players of the game. And Jamarcus McFarland up front also played well. Travis Lewis, Ronell Lewis, David King, a bunch of guys up front did well. Offensively, some guys up front. Lane Johnson, just in only his second start, we were really pleased with the progress he made from a week ago. Donald Stevenson, Tyler Evans, those guys all did a good job. Jazz Reynolds stepped up, had a big night. He and DeJuan Miller both. And that's really not surprising to me. Those guys are very capable guys that have had good springs, good summers, and hopefully they'll just continue to build on what they did a week ago. Young Michael Honeycutt was our special teams player of the week. He came in and really hit the ball well. All his field goal and extra points was very solid. So anyway, it's again good solid win, and we're anxious now to hopefully make some improvement here through the week and play Ball State here this weekend.
Are you going to continue the Whaley-Clay thing, or is it time for Whaley maybe to get more carries?
Well, we'll just see where it goes. That's something that Coach Gundy and Coach Heupel and Coach Norvell, as they prepare for the game, what they anticipate, and then how the game's going. But there's we'll see how it goes. It's only 3 games.
If you chose to, could he? I mean, I hear you say 10 knockdowns, and that tells me he's being very physical when he's not running the ball. Could he play a lot more?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, he could. I was asking Coach Schmidt that the other day. I said, what are his numbers like compared to Adrian? And very similar. He's about 208 pounds. He's a 4.4 flat 40 guy, where we had Adrian at 4.37. Vertical jump, he's 40 and a half inches, which is a hair more than Adrian, and he's a 11-foot broad jumper, which is almost a foot longer than Adrian. So he's a powerful guy. So we'll see where it just keeps where it goes with him. But we're very excited about what he's doing so far.
Is he on scholarship?
Not at this point.
Why not? Not all freshmen are.
I cover this all the time. Our standard here has been that when a guy has played a full year and has kept the starting job for a year and is projected to be the starter next year, that's how we have awarded scholarships for 13 years, and I'm not going to change it after 2 games or 3 games. Okay?
That's for walk-ons, you mean?
Yeah. Otherwise, I've got a guy all of a sudden gets, next year starts 2 games and is expecting 1, or sometimes you have a guy that's starting because of injury. So there's all kind of things for me to consider. And our standard for 12 years, this is the 13th, hasn't changed. And it won't change today or next week or next year either. It's going to be the same.
Never accepted.
No.
In terms of that argument, has he started 2 games? Brendan Clay's come out first, but in terms of what you're saying, is he a 2-game starter at this point?
In our eyes, he's a starter, and so is Brennan. But at the end of the day, we're excited about what he's doing. But there's a lot of, I deal with a lot of players every single year, and we have a lot of guys that aren't on scholarship that have played here, and so we have some standards that we've tried to keep to and tried to be fair with.
Could you talk about Aaron Colvin? He was involved in a very physical game on Saturday, and how's he playing and how's he feeling towards this game this week?
He's feeling good. He went through practice yesterday, so we'll see. But he's playing really well.
Well, can Kenny Stills play in this game?
Yes.
What's the status with Trev Franks? He
He will not. He's still suspended.
Will he play Texas, or have you made that decision?
We'll see where it goes. Right now, he's not back with us.
You said, obviously Kenny didn't play Saturday, but he was cleared to practice Monday. What changed between Saturday and Monday with his condition?
Well, he practiced on Thursday too.
Is there different criteria for practicing or playing?
There's all kind of criteria. The bottom line, he had some symptoms that the doctors weren't comfortable with. So, in practice, you're not going full speed. You're not getting hit. It's a different situation. So, doctors can explain all that to you. I don't. That's not my job. Doctors tell me who can play and who can't.
But you decide who practices and who doesn't.
No, they do.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. I just don't understand the difference between if he's.
Symptoms. You're not getting hit in practice.
Okay.
That's.
Practice, so I didn't know what kind of stuff he was going through in practice.
Well, again, the bottom line is sometimes a lot of guys can practice but aren't able to play. There's a big difference.
DeMontre Hurst, what kind of years is he having at this point? It seems like nobody's throwing his way. So
DeMontre's playing great. His coverage and assignments, everything that he's doing has really been outstanding. So he's doing really well.
Update us on the 4 offensive tackles. All of them you think will play this week?
Probably.
Jarvis came along even a little more last week.
Yeah, he's just still knocking some rust off, but we expect him to make more improvement here this week.
Can you talk a little bit more about the move with Eichert over and what you're thinking?
Yeah, that'll be, that's something that, Gabe's a very smart and bright guy that's played a lot in at guard, so we expect him to really handle the snapping well. And then we just have, you have Stephen Good, Tyler Evans still there that have been playing a lot. And then we've got to bring some other guys along, whether you have Adam Shedd, has a chance maybe to get, and Bronson Irwin have a chance to get some more snaps and more work. And then you even have the possibility of possibly looking once in a while at Jarvis Jones in there, at a guard spot on occasion. So we'll I'm sure between Coach Patton and Coach Kittle, they'll be looking at all those options.
In your scheme, does the center have much to do with the tempo that you guys run at? Does he have responsibility in getting
Sure,
you guys
always, the getting the snap, and in fact, there's a few times we were a hair late with it the other night, and so, but that's a big part, just the timing of it, and Landry and he being on the same page, and the rest of the line. So, but I trust through the all the hard work here this week, we can get that sharpened up with Gabe.
Did you say Jarvis could play?
In at guard?
Jarvis,
Possibly, yeah.
This week,
He played last week.
Jarvis Jones.
Yeah.
Missed that.
Yeah.
What bothered you the most about the defense?
Just the last 2 drives. Understandably, in the early part, we got caught in some man positions that we didn't. You want to play better technique, sure, and all that, but you know, they're going to make some plays. They're a good football team. They've been they've been scoring points and putting up yards on everybody. But I just felt we settled in, had played really well then, had gained control of the game, and then at the end, I just didn't think we were as sharp, you know, finishing, and that shouldn't happen.
After the game.
But again, I don't think it's fair to, again, I mean it, you know, Missouri's going to make their plays. You know, they've got a lot of, which everyone's seen and will continue to see, a lot of very good players, and they've got a good scheme.